Alright, here we go. We're going to go over number 3. Check out figure ABC, where the coordinates for A, B, and C, and I used a lot of the same figures just so that it would save you some time. A, B, C. Alright, and I don't really remember what the coordinates are. So let's look back. Let's see. A was 5, 6, and then 5, 2, and then 2, 2. Alright. 5, 6, 5, 2, and 2, 2. Alright. I just look back at number 1 because it's the same figure. But you could count it all out again if you want to. So there we go. I'm done with A. So now let's look at B. Where are the coordinates for points A prime, B prime, C prime after reflecting the figure across the y-axis? Alright, so let's go ahead and set question B up. And I'm writing the wrong letters there. A prime, B prime, C prime, and let me put my parentheses. I like to just go ahead and get everything set up, and then I can just fill it in. Alright, so there's a pattern here. Again, math has tons of patterns in it. Okay, so we're reflecting across the y-axis, and the key here is we're reflecting. We're not translating. Okay. Now this is how you do a reflection. Pick a different color. First you have to know which axis you're going to reflect across, and in this case I'm reflecting across the y-axis. That's your y-axis right here, going up and down. All right. If I was going to reflect across the x-axis, it would end up at literally going across that x-axis down there. But in this case, I'm going across the y-axis, so I can expect my drawing to end up over there in that quadrant. So let me show you how you do it. Okay, you're going to start point A, or you can start at any point you want, and I'm going to see how far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How far point A is from the y-axis, and then I'm going to go that same exact distance on the other side. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to put a little point there. Let's change the color, and we'll label that A prime. And then I'm going to do that with point B. So let's see. Let me count over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got to go 5 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see it's going to be right below point A. So let me label that one. Okay. We'll label that B prime. And now I'm going to do point C. 1, 2. And so I gotta go 1, 2 on the other side. And we'll label that right there C prime. And you can kind of tell right here why it's called a reflection, because it literally looks like that this figure, I'm not drawing it perfect, but you can kind of get an idea. You see how it looks like a reflection. It looks like a mirror image, so that's why it's called a reflection. Okay. And so now I got to write the coordinates down. All right, so if I look at the coordinates for A prime, I'm going to start at the origin. I go -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So it's right -5 right there. And then +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, +6. +6. Okay, now here's my x value and here's my y value. You can kind of see that something is happening here. My x value went opposite. My y value stayed the same. And that's actually the pattern for what happens anytime you reflect over or across the y-axis. The y value is going to stay the same, and your x value is going to become opposite. So this was a +5. Now it's going to become a -5. This was a 2, and because y stays the same, it's going to be a +2. It was a positive 2, so it's going to become opposite, negative 2. And this y value was 2, and it's going to stay 2. Okay, and you can go up here and check that, make sure I'm right. B is negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then positive 2. So that's where I get that from, negative 5, positive 2. So if I was going to describe the effect of the coordinates, let me type it out so you don't have to try to read my terrible handwriting. C would be after reflecting across the y-axis the x values, you can word it any way you want. Let's see, switched to be opposite, and the y value stayed the same. Okay, or something like that. All right, so you can say that the x values became opposite and the y values stay the same. But that's pretty much it. And the next problem might, I don't really remember. I'm going to have to look at it. So I'll show you a video on the next problem. All right, see ya. Bye.